Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. I'm back with another vlog, alright? We're going to be talking about E3. I got some brand new information for you guys, as well as clearing up some things. As we are getting closer to the actual events, we're only a few weeks away, a lot of companies are starting to get back to me now, and, I'm starting to get my invites to the actual press events, okay? So, I pretty much contacted everyone, and by everyone, I do mean everyone, alright? I contacted Bethesda, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, PlayStation, Square Enix, and even the PC Gamer for the PC Gaming Show, okay? And I did get replies, now I got replies from all of them, alright? So I'm just going to go through this really quickly and just tell you guys what conferences I'm attending and which ones I'm still kind of waiting to hear back on, but I probably won't be getting into because they're full and things like that. So the first one is Bethesda. All right, Bethesda is being held on June 14th. It is my 21st birthday on that day as well. And I did contact them way back in April. It took me a while to get an actual response from them. I kept trying to, sending them multiple emails, and I actually signed up and registered for Bethesda's press center. And when I did that, I finally got contact emails for the individual PR team, and I sent a few emails out to the people who are supposed to handle everything in my area, the Los Angeles area. So I did get a response from them, and they said unfortunately that they don't have any spots available, that they're pretty much full already. So I'm probably not going to be attending Bethesda, which kind of sucks because okay, I sent an email out to them way back before, but just due to them not really, I guess, responding, because I didn't really have the information of the actual PR emails before. What I would just normally do is I'd go on Bethesda, the website, I'd go on there and go to contact, and you'd have just a basic email, press@bethsoft.com, and you just send an email over there and you tell them what they do. Well, I think as far as that being kind of standard kind of junk thing, almost not really that it's completely useless, but in the fact that it's kind of like, whatever, that's the email, that's the stuff that we'll get to later. But now that I finally signed up for Bethesda's Press Center, I finally have individual emails for the PR team. And when I did contact them over there, the individual people, I did get responses, and unfortunately, they said that they don't think they're going to have any space to accommodate me. Which kind of sucks. It's like, okay, that would have been an awesome thing, to spend my 21st birthday going to the Bethesda press conference, but no, it's, I'm going to have to kind of watch it from home and just, it's still going to be really exciting. Hopefully we'll still have, games like Fallout 4 be announced. It's going to be really exciting to see the new Doom gameplay and, other stuff going on. So I'm just really looking forward to it. I just wish that I could have gone, but I'm not going to that one. Microsoft is already signed and sealed, and we're all ready to go for that, all right? They were the second person to get back to me out of everyone. And a few weeks ago, I got my official invite where you actually had to register to go to the press conference. So that's already signed and done. I'm already registered to go. I just got to basically show up, and I'll get in. So we're all good for Microsoft, all right? Electronic Arts, it took me a while to get actually in contact with someone over there, and they finally got back to me just a few weeks ago, and they said, unfortunately, that they were full, all right, that they wouldn't really have any spots available. They don't think they'll have spots available. All these companies tell you when they don't have spots available is, hey, we don't think we're going to be able to accommodate you, or we don't think we're going to have space, but we'll put you on a waiting list, and then we'll get back to you the week before the actual event to let you know whether we can confirm your attendance or not. So, that being said, when they told me, hey, we're kind of full, we don't think that we'll be able to get you in, I was like, okay, I appreciate it. Now, just a few days ago, I did send a follow-up email, asking the lady, whether or not they're gonna have space available, or whether or not they're still full or not. We're just gonna have to wait and see. All right. So I'm still waiting on a response from EA to see whether or not I'll actually be attending. The likelihood of me actually going to it is very slim, though. So keep that in mind. It's probably gonna be full. I'm probably not gonna be attending EA, which kind of sucks because it's like inside I'm like, I want to see where's that. Because that's like the game, that's the game. I'm waiting 8 years for it to finally release. It's going to be coming out, supposedly within the first quarter of next year, and it just would have been one of the biggest life accomplishments of mine as a fan to actually go to the Electronic Arts press conference and see that gameplay live. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. It'll be okay after Microsoft's press conference, I'm basically going to rush home, and then me and my friends are going to watch it on TV with surround sound on their 80-inch plasma screen. So, second best thing, I guess. So probably not for that. Ubisoft, I contacted a long time ago. They weren't the first to get back to me, actually. They were, I think, the third person to get back to me. They said a long time ago that they were full and that they don't think they're going to have space available. Ubisoft's press conference, if you actually seen the theater of where it's held, it's a very small theater. It's not that big at all. So I'm not going to get into the press conference. Let's just be real here. I'm probably not going to get into it. If I'm really feeling like, determined or kind of stingy, I may go ahead and send another follow-up email to see whether or not they have space. But Ubisoft's press conference, I sent out emails a few weeks earlier than I normally did this year, specifically to get into Ubisoft's press conference, and still they were full. So next year, I'm going to send an email out like either at the end of March or like the first week of April, because usually I don't send it out until late April, or, this time I send it out mid-April, but I'm going to, send out like a month earlier next year. So I'm going to try hard to get into the Ubisoft press conference. Hopefully it will be successful next year, all right? So that's it. PlayStation is kind of all over the place, and this is weird because I contacted them, and it took me so long. It took me so much work to finally get an email to actually contact someone over at PlayStation, but I did. And the lady emailed me back, and she basically said, "Hey, we took note of your request. We'll follow with more information later this month." So when someone says to you, "Hey, we took note of your request, we're going to follow up with you later this month," you basically think to yourself, "Okay, I got in." That sounds like you're confirmed, right? That you're on the list and you're waiting. So I sent a follow-up email because I was concerned, because a few weeks ago, a lot of the companies like IGN and GameSpot were reporting, "Hey, we got our PlayStation E3 press conference invites, and it's going to be held on this day, and we're going to be streaming it." And I was like, so okay, they already sent the invites out, and it was an appropriate time, because only a day or two after all these big companies and corporations got their press conference invites for PlayStation, a few days before, Microsoft sent out their press conference registration forms to people like me, and everyone else, so they can register for the press conference. So it was an appropriate timing that you would expect them to actually send you a registration form, but I never got one. And I was concerned because I was like, all these people like GameSpot and IGN and Eurogamer, it's like, oh, they got their press invites, and I'm kind of sitting here, I'm like, did something happen? Did she not, write down my information? And so I sent a follow-up email, and she got back to me just yesterday, and basically said, we're still taking requests, we're sending them out in waves, but we're going to follow up, and we're going to let you know whether or not we can have you in. Which is kind of like, it went from like, oh yeah, probably, to like, maybe. I don't know. The good news is I put a fail-safe system in place so that even if I don't attend, even if I can't attend rather, the PlayStation E3 press conference for whatever reason, I am registered to go to the PlayStation E3 experience as well. Now, the press conference, is being held literally down the street from Microsoft's press conference, but last year, you guys remember, because I wasn't able to get into contact with PlayStation, last year I went to the PlayStation E3 experience. It was the first one that they ever held, and I went to it in my theater, that was in my area, and it was a pretty good experience. They streamed the press conference live on IMAX. It was really cool. You can go and get popcorn and soda, and basically sit down and just watch this 2.5-hour press conference. And it was kind of worth it as well, because they gave you the alpha for Destiny as well as early beta access to Battlefield Hardline, all right? Of course, we all know what happens to those games when they actually release. But it was pretty cool because you got something out of it. It's like, okay, you got some cool stuff and whatnot. Now, the good news, let me just check my... The cool news is this, all right? I registered, and unlike last year where I kind of registered a little bit later, because they kind of announced it out of the blue, and I registered a little bit later, and they put me on a wait list, which basically meant that, hey, you had to get there early to even get a seat. Luckily, we got there early, and we got a seat reserved and everything like that. But I wasn't able to get a general seat actual ticket to make sure that, hey, there's a seat reserved for me, even if no matter what time I show up, you know, because there's a wait list, which is a line full of people who, you know, kind of waited and didn't sign up on time, where you know, all the general tickets were kind of sold out. They're for free, by the way. But this time, I actually got general seats tickets confirmed for the PlayStation E3 experience. So it won't be like last year where I had to show up 3.5 hours before the actual event just to make sure I can sit in line and have a seat for this event, for this, you know, this movie theater live stream thing, all right? It's going to be pretty much like, hey, you're going to go, you're going to have a seat available, and this is, again, just a fail-safe if I don't get in the PlayStation E3 press conference. I would expect I would, because it's a huge press conference. Like, where they're holding it is humongous. There's so many people there. I wouldn't understand why they wouldn't have just, you know, 3 spaces available for me and my friends to help me out with, you know, filming and whatnot. So, but whatever the reason is that. Now, Square Enix, I contacted, they were the first person to get back to me. They got back to me the day after I actually emailed them, which is pretty cool. And basically, they said, hey, we're still taking requests. Keep in mind, I sent the email the moment they announced the press conference. Like, the same day they announced that they were holding a press conference, I sent an email. And they got back to me. I sent a follow-up email, and they got back to me, and they basically said, hey, we're not going to be able to have space to accommodate you guys. So sorry. And, you know, I was like, because I said it the day of their action, like the day they actually said, we're holding a press conference, I sent them an email the exact day they said that. And they're still full. So it sucks, but that's life, you know? It's like you can't have everything just work out perfectly. Even when I was, you know, pretty much on time, on par, the day that they announced that they were holding a press conference, I sent them an email. Even though I did that, I still didn't get in, which kind of sucks because I really wanted to take my, you know, my best friend with me because he's a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts, and he was really looking forward to, you know, seeing something regarding Kingdom Hearts at E3. And I really wanted to do this for him, you know, just be really cool. And I'm a huge fan of Deus Ex and Tomb Raider, and I wanted to go see those games that they're going to have shown. But unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to go because they don't have space available. Kind of sucks. I made amends for that, though. All right. The reason I'm actually making this video, I just got an email back literally like 5 minutes ago. All right, from PC Gamer and AMD. All right, I am confirmed to be attending the PC Gaming Show. Okay, this is a new event that's being co-hosted by both AMD and PC Gamer magazine. And there's supposed to be all these developers there, not just big AAA developers, but, you know, you have Square Enix, you have Cliff Bleszinski. He's going to be showing off his new game probably and doing probably a talk and whatnot. But you also have indie studios, Fulbright Company. Those are the guys who made Gone Home. You also have, I'm going to have to look at the list here. I know Creative Assembly is actually going as well, which is freaking exciting. You know, it's like I really I wanted to go to this thing, and I'm actually confirmed to go. They actually changed their website just recently. Wow. So you have AMD going, Cliff Bleszinski, Blizzard's going to be there, Cloud Imperium Games, Creative Assembly, they made Alien Isolation, as you all know, Frictional Games, Fulbright, Nexon, Paradox Interactive, Splash Damage, Square Enix, and Tripwire Interactive, and a lot more, all right? So it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm hoping what they're probably what would be awesome there is if they hold like a little press conference and then you just sit there for a few hours and they have PCs set up with games, like you can play some of these games early. It would be sweet if they had like a PC set up with Deus Ex Mankind Divided early. You can check it out. And AMD, there's a little bit of a rumor going on that AMD is going to officially announce their 300 series graphics cards. I'm an NVIDIA guy personally, so I'm really waiting for the 980 Ti, which is supposedly coming out on June 2nd. But my best friend uses AMD cards, and he's really looking forward to picking up one of the new 300 series cards because he's stuck on his 280X, which doesn't really handle Witcher 3 as well as he would like it to. But it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, at least I can go to one of these. Invites, these press conferences and shows and things like that. It says it's being held, it's from 5 to 8, alright? So it's like a 3-hour event. It's going to be freaking huge, and I'm really looking forward to it, alright? So I am confirmed to be going to that. I got the email from them, and they basically said, hey, We're going to send you, you know, in the coming weeks, we'll share more details about the event, including specifics on media check and how to access assets and programs. All right, but it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. So, okay, we're going to Xbox. We're going to PlayStation, either the E3 experience or the actual press conference, and we're going to the PC gaming show. I couldn't get into everyone. I tried my hardest, but next year I'm just going to really have to, you know, try to get it in early, try to send the emails early. And I think the more popular you are, the more formidable of you become to actually get one of these tickets. You know, because I think the reason is, you know, it's like, okay, if you're some super popular person with like a big fan base and they know that, they're going to want you there no matter what. So they're going to make space available for you. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on. Pretty much, I'm just want to let you guys know I'm confirmed for the PC gaming show, confirmed for Xbox, still waiting on PlayStation, but I wouldn't see why not. I wouldn't be confirmed for that either. But the rest of them I will be watching at home from the comfort of my couch with surround sound in HD. All right, we're just gonna have to do that, and of course, I'm gonna talk about all of this before the actual E3 event. All right, I'm gonna do like a pre-E3 vlog. I'm gonna go over in detail exactly how I plan on covering this event. It's the biggest E3 I think in recent memory. All right, from the moment I started watching E3 and really got into it, this has been the biggest one so far. So it's absolutely humongous. There's gonna be tons of game announcements. You know, tons of press conferences, as we know, and hopefully attending the PC gaming show, because from what I understand, it's kind of like a press conference, but there's also other stuff as well. They might have a cool little event in there where, you know, they might have games set up and you can actually play some of these games early. That would be freaking awesome. So I'll check with you guys later. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I just want to let you know that. So I will see you all very soon. I'll update you when I have more information, probably next regarding PlayStation. Whenever I hear back from PlayStation and get my actual invite, or don't, I will, you know, actually have. I will actually tell you guys that, hey, I won't be going to the actual press conference, but I'll be going to the E3 experience, the second best thing. So, all right, have a good one, guys. I'll talk with you all later, and thanks for watching.